And if we're really lucky, we actually can test run the anchor winch today. Join us. Good morning. Today's task is completely cleaning up this mess. Luckily that's not true, but it has to do with this mess. And down here in the shadow, the three bright dots you can see is the relay for the anchor winch. So the thing that makes the anchor winch go. And today we're hooking it up. And if we're really lucky, we actually can test run the anchor winch today, because we have everything electronic component wise here to hook it up completely. Join us. Alright folks, I have crimped all the cables that still needed crimping. Now I'm checking the wiring diagram. So this is the wiring diagram. It's not too bad, but it is a bit different than I had it in mind in terms of cables. That's what you gotta do. No one said it's easy to hook up a new electric windlass, but we have tiny fuses, up and down switches, bigger fuses, cables are already in, relays are in, winches in, batteries are in. So now it's basically Lego connecting stuff together, checking on a diagram if it works, then pressing a button and hoping for the best. Oh, I'm excited. Last step of anchor winch installment. Oh yeah, let's do it.
Hello. So of course you also need a fuse for the anchor windlass, and here it is. It's a 70 amp fuse, and it's also an on and off switch in the end. So we have it mounted up here where we can open the little door on the side and don't have to take away the stairs. And now we have to connect those cables up here. And it might be that those cables are just some centimeters too short. So it needs a thick fat cable, which we have here. We just had a little bit left, so there was exactly enough. I crimped it with a vise. It worked surprisingly good, and now I'm gonna put it onto that circuit breaker. So here, our circuit breaker, and we have this switch here, which we can then push in, push out.
Alright, so we're in the last moments of installing the cables for our anchor windlass, and we're going to do something either really smart or really stupid, and we're gonna find out probably afterwards. So the point is, these colorful cables come from the front cabin somewhere there. There is the relay for the anchor windlass, so the switch that uses little electricity to run big electricity, simply put. And that relay has two positives and a negative. And the negative needs to go straight here.
To the negative.
To the negative bus bar. And the positive has two wires, and that needs to go straight there, because up there is the switch for the windlass. Currently it's one cable, this cable, so we only need two out of the three running up, and one needs to stay down here. So we need to cut the negative, the blue wire can be cut here, and run to the negative bus bar here. Now we smart devils thought, well, now we have an extra cable that runs from down here up there, and we also need another cable to run the positive from the positive bus bar to the button up there. So we are going to use this negative cable that ends here. We're going to cut it here, run one end to the negative here, relabel the other end because now it's blue and it will carry the positive. So we need to relabel it extensively. Add the positive up here, and then the whole 3-strand cable goes up there. And we don't need to route another cable. Brilliant, isn't it? And yeah, probably some electricians now rotate in their graves and scream, "No, you can't do that!"
But why? It's smart.
Yeah. Is it? Probably,
Yes.
maybe. We're doing it anyway. Let's see if it works.
Okay, so Robert is connecting the positive here.
With a disconnected bar,
System.
so no power on it right now.
And then we're gonna try to connect those little ones together to see which makes it go up and which one down.
Alright guys, it's very bright because the sun is setting, but we're almost done with our task. The question was that we asked ourselves, how do these 3 live cables connect to this switch to actually make the windlass go up and down? We know this is the power, but which of these makes it go up and down? And I'm gonna give the camera to Kira, and she's going to film how we found it out before connecting them. I'm not sure if this is the correct way to do it, but it absolutely does work. Yes, the blue one is the power wire, and these 2 are 2 of the positive switches. So instead of having them on a switch and trying on a switch, I'm just gonna do this.
Oh, and something moves.
And maybe you heard it in the background, but what happens is that the anchor windlass moves. Maybe Kira goes and films the anchor windlass while I connect this.
Yes, sure. This is so exciting because it means that this brand new anchor windlass moves, which is not a big surprise, but I mean, still nice because it also means that we did the cabling right. Okay, ready. Ah! Another way. Yes. Cool. No? Really cool.
So we learned a couple of things today. We apparently managed to install the whole anchor windlass from scratch. So we built a base for the windlass so that the deck is strong enough. Installed the windlass, we routed cables, we did the electrical installation, figured out with all the electrical diagrams how this stuff works, added the correct fuses and breakers in the right positions, hopefully. What we also learned is that our other electrical system that we installed, you and me, which is the lithium batteries and all their breakers and their cables and dead routing, is strong enough to run the anchor windlass without chain at least. So there is nothing on, there's no load, just a normal electric engine, but that means that the inrush of current is okay for our batteries. We knew that the batteries are okay to run it, they're strong enough, but that the inrush apparently is not too high so the batteries will break, but they can handle it. So, yay!
Big yay!
That's pretty cool.
That's super amazing. Yeah.
Anchor windlass installment 99% done. So we'll hook up these cables. Yeah, then that's it. I think then the anchor windlass is done. Then we just need to put the chain on. Awesome.
And some anchor.
And some anchor. Have a good night.